January 6th, 1990. Outskirts of Flatwater, California. Dear Aaron Penn, well, here I am in Flatwater, or on the outskirts of it anyway. This is where the Greyhound bus lets you off. I'm in front of a convenience store called the Park and Barf. The sign in the window says puke burritos. I may be making part of this up. I miss you both already. I'm waiting for my brother-in-law to come fetch me. I don't miss him already. I haven't seen him or my sister for 30 years. I never thought I would again. All the time I was marching for peace, he was bombing in Vietnam. Those were horrible days. I miss them already. I wish I could have found a job in Los Angeles and stayed with y'all. I hope Penn sells a script to the movies. I hope Aaron gets a break making karaoke's. I hope y'all do get a house with a room in it for me. I hope my brother-in-law comes soon. God, I hope he never comes. I haven't been alone among heterosexuals since before y'all were born. Oh, here comes a car. It must be Bill. Who else would be out in the wilderness at this time of night? We'll write soon, Bud.
Give me all your money or I'll kill you.
New York already did, Bill.
I got you. Well, come on. Welcome to what? For Flatwater.
Okay, thank you.
Here, come on, get in the car. Shit. Is this your luggage? Or is it garbage? We sure have missed you, buddy boy. Your sister's waiting for us at the house.
Well, hang on. I'm trying to figure out how to put this.
Shit, don't you people in New York know how to work no seatbelt?
Look, if you'll just show me how.
Get it faster now.
Well, I just learned in L.A. that they're different in every model of car.
There, I'll do it for you. There you go. I don't drive and nobody don't wear no seatbelt. Shit, if we was to have an accident, you could sue me for $1 million.
I would never sue somebody out of my own carelessness.
Shit, you don't ever know. Everybody's out to get you. Your sister been thinking of nothing but you for the whole week.
I really am grateful to y'all for letting me come out.
We hope you're going to stay for a good long visit.
Well,
You lost your candy shop, did you?
it was a candle shop.
I never thought you'd have a different business.
I ran it for 20 years.
You was always more the artistic type.
They suddenly tripled my rent.
Everybody's out to get you. What do you think of this car?
It's pink.
You're damn right. Your sister won it by being the best Mary Kay Cosmetics representative in 6 counties.
You must be very proud of her.
I should have never done it if I didn't drive her all the time. She'd give everything away if I let her.
Are we in Flatwater yet?
Oh, shit, yes. Didn't you read the signs?
It's dark.
You ain't gonna see no tall buildings here like you got in New York.
It is strange.
Did you hear that? New York? That's what Bash Rambo calls it.
Bash Rambo.
Bass man on the radio. Shit. Ain't you people in New York never heard of Bash Rambo?
Don't believe I've ever heard.
He tells it like it is. See that?
My God, what is that?
That's the water tower. Senior class painted that world globe on it. Educational purposes.
It's bizarre.
I think it's the most beautiful thing I ever seen.
It's unique.
Of course, some of them rowdies climbed up there and painted the F word all over it. When the light hits wrong, you can still make that word out. Shit. I hate dirty talk.
Are we there yet?
We're almost there. This here's our section. It's called Hillcrest.
Where's the hill? Where's the crest?
Shit, I don't know. Some white developer called it that to fool the sucker. Here we are. There she is. She lives in that damn house coat. She ain't so pretty anymore, is she?
I think she's beautiful.
She She ain't no better than an old dog.
Thank you.
That's all right. I know you're the artistic type.
Sis?
Oh, Bud! Oh, my little butter.
Shit, get in the house before you scare the neighbors. She shouldn't come out without her face paint on. She would scare the dogs.
Oh, Bud, I missed you so
I
much.
missed you too. I didn't realize how much.
Oh, man.
Oh, here, Bill, let me carry those.
Ah, shit, I can carry them.
Oh. No, here, Bill. At least let me have the cardboard box.
Oh, shit, don't go unpacking and dirtying up the family room.
Bill, I have presents for you.
Ah, shit. Here it is.
Bill, be careful with Bud's things now.
Shut up, you ugly old pig. She can't hear nothing you say when you're talking on.
Here, I brought you the last candles from my shop.
Oh. Oh, it's so pretty.
Shit, I hope there ain't no New York cockroaches in there. You ought to let me fumigate that box before you open it all up.
Oh, it's so pretty, Bud.
You should have insured them. Then if that Greyhound had broke them, you could have sued them big.
I saved you all the prettiest ones I could.
Oh, thank you, Bud.
Well, y'all don't want to talk to me. I'll put these in your room.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Welcome home, buddy boy.
I'm going to save all those Christmas and birthday presents. You be sure to let me know if I forget and give you one, okay?
I will. I will. Wow. There's so much I want to talk to you about.
Oh, well, what do you want to talk about?
I don't know. You, y'all, myself. What have you been doing for the last 30 years?
Oh, I don't know. Gee, I raised a family and started a new business.
I saw your pink car. Congratulations.
Mm-hmm. It's my third one. I sell Mary Kay.
You must be very proud.
Oh, listen. They give them for the most sales. Yeah. And, geez, I don't know.
I don't know where to begin telling you about my last 30 years. It all seems so unreal here in this house.
Oh, well, we've got this on a home loan for veterans. You can watch TV if you want.
Oh, no, thank you. I wouldn't know where to begin. Tell me about your family. Where are they?
Oh, well, Sonny lives right near. And Missy, she lives back east. She finally got remarried again. Oh,
Good.
yeah. You can microwave something if you want to.
No, thank you. I'd rather talk to you.
No? Well, okay. What do you want to talk about?
Well, I don't know. What's that you're reading?
Oh, condensed true crime books. They have 4 each month. That way I can read 4 every time. It would take me to read 1.
Good idea. Well, I brought some of my favorite books. What's this one about your reading?
Oh, I don't know. Some woman killed her husband. They all are.
Well, I tell you what, you can read some of mine, and I'll read some of yours, and then we can talk about them.
Oh, well, all right. I don't mind if they're gay books. I realized a long time ago that he was gay. But, how could I cast the first stone when or some of the things that Bill and I did even before we were married?
Well, that is a relief.
We used to have some gay boys here in Flatwater. And, I did their makeup for the Halloween drag ball. I introduced good, but they all moved to San Francisco and died.
I put all your clothes in the washer and sprayed all them candles with bug spray. What was that I heard on while I was out? One of them talk shows with two of them intellectual guys, each trying to prove that they smarter than each other.
Oh, no, Sis and I were just talking.
Shit, she can't hear nothing you say. She just sits there reading them ass-white books, and she ought to be resting so she can go out and make more money tomorrow. You can just sit over there. We used to have two Barker loungers, but she quit watching TV, so I just jumped hers. If she didn't want to sit beside me and watch TV, but read them shit-ass books instead.
Jeez, I haven't been near a TV for years.
Shit. Looky, this is a good one. You see that little nigger kid? He's a smart ass. He gets them all. Shit. Don't nobody never put nothing over on him.
Dear Penn and Aaron, and so a sort of way of life has emerged. Sis sits there reading condensed plans for murdering husbands. And Bill watches sitcom after sitcom where for half an hour, nobody don't put nothing over on him. And I, after 30 years among the bravest, finest people in the world, marching for peace and lighting little candles wherever I could, I sit and I watch them. I suppose you guys being younger and having been raised in such towns could have told me. I didn't know. I really didn't. Sis and I grew up in towns like Flatwater. I haven't been in one in 3 decades. I didn't know. I really didn't know what had become of America. All those years they were watching people like me on TV. I had no idea how we had been made to look to them.
Shit. Look at them protester turds. What are they on about now?
Oh, they're fighting for the preservation of the rainforest.
Shit, them's the same people who protest everything. Them's the ones that thinks more of white owls than they do a lumberjack's job.
Bill, the rainforests are being decimated at the rate of an acre per second. Whole species are being destroyed.
Shit. Who gives a shit?
The rainforests make the very air you breathe.
You think they care? They just get paid to march is all.
Paid? By whom?
Shit, the communists.
Which communists?
Shit, Bash Rambo done told the whole story. You ought to listen to him. Them's the same protesters go from town to town every time there's one of them shit marches. They all get paid big money by the international communists.
Somebody said this on the radio?
Shit, yes. He ain't afraid of nothing. Here, listen to this.
And there suddenly began to pour into my defenseless ears the orotund voice of Bash Rambo. He said indeed that all protesters were paid agents of an international communist conspiracy. He said that they were all ugly lesbians who couldn't get a man. He said ecologists were paid to destroy the American lumber industry. He said vegetarians were paid to destroy the American beef industry. He said animal rights people were paid to destroy the American fur industry. He said that there are untold millions of these evil paid agents, paid fortunes to lay America to waste. He said that they were a menace that threatens the very fabric of capitalistic Christian democracy. Then he took a sip of water and said that there were really only a few of them, that they were all ineffectual wimps and misfits, and that nobody really needed to worry about them at all. My God. In 60 seconds, he scared his listeners to death and then made them feel that everything is really all right. He said that there was nothing to be afraid of and that we had better elect the strongest, meanest leaders we could to protect us from it. Oh, I hadn't been subjected to such adroit mon bonkery since the first time I ran into a 3-card Monte dealer in Times Square. Oh my God, Bill, this man is on the radio all the time?
Shit, yes. 3 hours a day. Got more listeners than even Bob Hope used to have. Most popular radio personality of all time.
And he complains that the protesters are being paid.
Shit, yes, they are.
He must get paid a fortune himself.
Yeah, he's a multimillionaire already.
So, he too is a paid protester.
Right.
Doesn't that strike you as paradoxical, hypocritical, ironic, something?
Well, somebody has to contradict all that commie propaganda.
On which station can I hear the communist propaganda?
Shit, there ain't no commie shows on.
So what propaganda is he contradicting?
Well, shit, there ain't none. Wouldn't nobody listen to that?
He's able to do that. F. Scott Fitzgerald said that the true test of a first-class mind is the ability to hold two contradictory ideas and still function. By that test, Bill is a first-class mind. Bill, if nobody is communist, where do they get the millions to pay these protesters?
Well, shit, from the Russian government, of course.
But Bill, the Russian government is no longer communist.
Shit, no, we licked them in the arms race.
So they don't have any money.
Shit, no, they're bankrupt.
Then where does all this bribe money come from?
They tax us middle-class people to death, that's where.
Who does?
Our government.
Our government is communist?
Shit, yes.
Bush's government?
Shit, no.
Reagan's government?
Shit, no.
Well, then where does all this money come from to pay the protesters?
Wow, shit, blood from the Japanese industrialists.
Of course. Japanese industrialists pay the American protesters. Wait, I thought this was the tax money from the American middle class.
The Japanese industrialists give communists in our government millions to spend our tax money supporting them communists.
Jap capitalists pay red feds millions to pay tax millions to American communist protesters.
No shit. Not just the march, but to pay our millions to them nigger welfare mothers.
Bill, I am so confused.
Shit, yes. That's what they do. They confuse you.
Who does?
All of them. Everybody's out to get you.
Bill, the money paid to African American single mothers is less than 1% of the welfare budget. It's nothing in comparison to, say, oh, the military budget?
No. Welfare is the biggest item in the budget.
Only if you include Social Security, which is in fact a self-supporting system requiring no tax expenditures.
But they take the Social Security money and they spend it on other things. So Social Security has to come out of taxes.
Bill, the military is the single most socialistic institution in America. You yourself spent 20 plus years in the service. You live on a pension even now. Your whole family gets eternal medical care from the government. But Bill, by that logic, your whole life has been lived in a socialistic economical loop.
Damn right. And I earned every damn penny of it. Because I was out fighting wars against communism.
Ah, now you're fighting the Japanese capitalists.
Shit, yes, there are minutes.
You heard on your favorite news show just the other night, you heard Barbara Walters say that the Japanese companies are owned in large part by the American companies that we call their competitors.
Damn right. All them capitalists is communists.
And then he stormed out of the house to mow his already perfect lawn at 2 in the morning. I didn't know. I really didn't. Sis sits through these increasingly frequent discussions with the aplomb of a religious statue, turning her pages and smoking her parliaments. That's an image for our time, isn't it? Smoking parliaments. She sits in that kitchen because it's the only place in the house Bill will let us smoke in. I said to him once, "But Bill, the true menace to the American lungs is the internal combustion engine. We should long ago have switched to electric cars."
You ain't never gonna get me to drive no electric car. What if there was an emergency and I had to rush some member of my family to a hospital?
But Bill, the majority of major motor accidents are caused by speeding. Maybe Sis has the right idea. Hi, Sis.
I guess you want to talk.
Or smoke.
Shit. You two still smoking?
Shut up, Bill. This is my house and I can smoke if I want to.
Yeah, but two of you smoking.
Well, go mow your lawn.
You're gonna die first, and I'm gonna be left all alone.
Well then, you take up smoking and we'll both die together.
Ah, shit.
That's the only thing she stands up for herself about.
Oh, God, he's gotten so snotty ever since he gave up smoking. It's because he got cancer.
Bill got lung cancer?
These skin cancers from too much sun exposure from mowing that poor couple's lawn of his. Oh, God.
I seem to put my foot in my mouth wherever he's concerned.
Well, I just don't listen to him. He talks a lot of nonsense.
Well, I don't remember him being like this. Was he always like this?
I don't know. I raised 2 kids, and when I looked up, he was a grouchy old man.
Well, he did go through 2 wars.
Yes. He likes to think he knows everything. I don't even try to talk to him.
Tell me about your business.
Oh, well, it's going really well. Good times, bad times, women want to look good. Yeah. I don't know. Mary Kay's a great woman. She makes women feel more independent. Bill can't stand it that I have my own money now.
But he keeps urging you to make more.
That's because I'm his wife, and he wants his wife to be perfect. But that's why he's always working.
I don't know if I get that.
Well, he just thinks that he wants to work more than I do, or prove it anyway. So,
No, I don't get that. Well, what are we going to do today?
Well, let's see. I've got some Mary Kay deliveries to do, but that's a little later. Let me see. Oh, look! What are they doing?
Oh, somebody's burning an American flag.
God, that's awful. Why did they want to do that?
Oh, I believe it's in protest against that judge in Texas who let that kid off scot-free after killing those 2 gay guys.
But why did they want
Well, it is a highly visible way to show disapproval.
Oh, but that's our flag.
Well, he thinks it's been dishonored.
But that's so awful. I mean, that flag used to stand for all the beautiful things. And now all the beautiful things have just disappeared. Now everybody's against everybody, and crime is in the streets, and the streets are filthy, and people are homeless, and kids are on drugs. Children take guns to school. All we have left are the symbols, and he's destroyed.
Sis, that's wonderful. That's exactly what he's saying. He believes just as you do. He's saying this flag used to stand for opportunity and success, and you've destroyed it. It's just an empty symbol now. He's saying this is what you've done to our flag.
But they're doing it.
Yes, you believe just as he does. You're your brother and sister in thoughts.
No, I would never do that. People like that leave us with nothing. Nothing! All we have left are the symbols, and he's destroyed them.
Dear boys, I'm writing you from a concrete embankment by the irrigation canal. I spend a lot of my time taking walks along the canal. I usually take a book with me. There are always a few joggers, either old men from the Air Force retirement community or vigorous young women who are in the Air Force now. They don't stop to talk much. They're always busy. Everyone here is busy all the time. They don't seem to relate much. There have been no guests at Sis's and Bill's in the months I've been here. I thought at first they were ashamed of me. But then I noticed there are hardly ever any guest cars in front of any of the houses in Hillcrest. I asked Bill about it once.
Shit, I don't want a lot of people in and out of here messing up my rugs.
How, after all, could they have friends? Everybody's out to get you. I am glad to hear that Penn's movie script may be about to get bought. I hope the studios like the changes they told him to make. I do hope you get your own home soon. I hope it does have a room in it for me. If not, I'll sleep on the porch. I ain't too proud, buddy boys. Oh, believe me, a man who makes his sister cry is not proud. Well, I'd better leave this letter in the box for the mail person. Oh, I don't think I ever told you. The flag on the mailbox that you leave up to tell the mail person that there's a letter for him or her to pick up. On Bill's mailbox, it's an American flag.
Good morning, buddy boy. You still writing them letters?
Yes, I just thought I'd leave it here for the mailman to pick up.
Shit, don't leave no mail in the box. They see that flag up, they'll come over and steal your mail, pay the checks that might be in it.
Oh, have you had mail stolen?
Shit, no. I wouldn't leave nothing out to get stolen.
Oh, okay. Well, I'll just wait here for the mailman.
Well, you get your mail, leave the rest out here, I'll take it in. The other day you brought the mail in, she got 3 of them begging letters from them missionary organizations. She sent them all checks.
Oh.
I get the mail, I go through it. I throw out everything but her business mail. That way she ain't sending no money to none of them shitty church things.
I see.
She gives you any mail to mail, you bring it to me. She writes them checks, I tear them up and throw them away.
I see.
You know, some of them is for relief for them Cambodian and Vietnam refugees moving in here. And I didn't spend my life bombing them so she could be sending our money to support them to move in here.
I see.
Can you smell that?
What?
That shitty smell.
Curry?
That's some of them moved right in here to Hillcrest. Shit, they stink up the whole neighborhood.
I believe they're Pakistani.
Stinks like shit. You going walking?
I thought I would, yes.
Well, don't bring back no more than flowers like you did for her birthday, here? I throwed them out as soon as she forgot they was here. Can't ever tell. They might be some that people is allergic to. They come in here, they get sick, they'll sue us. For millions.
Everybody's out to get you.
Hey, you're learning, buddy boy.
Dear boys, Bill says I'm learning. He may be right.
And watch your step on that canal.
Huh?
Down at the lawnmower shop, they was talking about you. They say there's this old guy walks along the canal reading a book while he's walking. You fall in that canal, ain't nobody gonna jump in there to save you. They'll just stand there and watch you drown, pretend like they never saw. Of course, if they pull you out and you drown and you die anyway, we could sue them.
I think I may be about to go crazy. Bill manages to fill every second of life around him with fear. You'll fall in the canal. Gangs of thugs will jump out of the bushes and kill you. You stroll past the schoolyard and they'll get you arrested for a child molester. You get too friendly with them women who run the magazine store and they'll sue you for sexual harassment. You get too friendly with the neighbors and they'll come over here wanting to borrow money. You stand out on the lawn, looking at the stars, and someone will report you for a burglar.
Better stay inside.
But
Don't stand too close to the microwave. It'll give you cancer. Don't fry your eggs over easy. You'll get the salmonella. Don't take too hot a bath. The steam sets off the smoke alarms. Don't leave your crossword books laying around. Your sister gets distracted by them and don't work enough. And don't use the VCR. You don't know how to work it. And I lost the instructions and I am too busy to teach you. And don't get up in the middle of the night to use the bathroom. I might mistake you for a burglar and shoot you. I keep a 22 beside the bed. You come back from your walk when you smell barbecue. I'm barbecuing. You can smell it clean out to the canal. Old Bash Rambo says there ain't no truth to the rumor that barbecues pollutes the air. I think I'm going to call in and ask him about curry. Ha!
Dear boys, I've been everywhere in town to ask if there are any jobs. There aren't. The fast food places hire only kids, and the hospital where they advertise for typists has a quota system. They have about 100 black, Hispanic, and Asian women to hire before they have another opening for one of us oppressive white males. So I spend most of my time in the backyard at a card table reading. When I get in the way of Bill's yard work, I go beg some change off Sis, and I'll go read in the Cambodian donut shop. The owner there respects elderly scholars, lets me stay all day for just one cup of coffee. There's a woman I used to chat with there, a real estate dealer who lamented that she makes her living now only by handling foreclosures. I won't be seeing her anymore. Her father was badly injured when his tractor mower fell through the earth into a tunnel the woman's demented son had secretly dug under the property. He was trying to hide from his imagined demons. She had to move to Fresno, where there's a hospital for her father and another for her son. And there was this nice woman at the end of Sis's and Bud's block who had discovered that her Air Force officer husband had molested all of their children and grandchildren for 30 years. When she went to the commanding officer to tell the story, They sent her to the base doctors and got her hopelessly hooked on tranquilizers. And of course, she couldn't afford it. Her husband was discharged. She liked to hear funny stories from my carefree hippie days. I dropped by there yesterday, and her youngest daughter, just barely peeking around the door, told me, Mama killed herself last night. I am very sorry that the studio wanted Penn to change his script that awful way. Of course, he isn't going to add the senseless violence and gore that they want. I wouldn't want him to. He has to stand up for the integrity of his work. All of us good folk in Flatwater feel that way. It says in the local paper that we are horrified by all the senseless violence and vile language in the media. Horrified! Horrified! Well, you'll see when you get here for your visit in July. God, I can't wait. I'm so sorry if my friends were too outrageous for Bill.
Oh, don't worry about it. God, I mean, they didn't offend him. Yeah. You just don't understand him. You and them started talking to each other. And whenever he sees people talking to each other and not to him, he gets mad and stomps out. It's hard not having any friends because of the way he is about them. Nearly drove me crazy the first years we were married. Plus, us moving from base to base like we were all the time anyway. Now that we're here permanently, I had church for friends. He retired. But I had church for friends. And they split up last year over gay rights. I went with the ones that were against it. Not because I believe the way they do, but because most of my friends went with that half. Things are a lot better now that I'm married Kay. The girls under me are really nice women, most of them. They're all, of course, my employees and younger, but they kind of look up to me like I was their mother. Not really like friends. Anyway, hey, why don't you go on my Mary Kay delivery this week?
All right.
You'll be all right.
Are you going out like that?
Oh, jeez. Thank you.
Oh, I thought it was Casual Friday.
Oh, here, light us up over. We can smoke in my car. Oh, dear. Yeah, really nice girls that I'm working with. You know, they all need the money. Well, hell, we need it too. You know, we really do need the money. But, I don't know. I send them out on deliveries and they do pretty well for themselves. Yeah.
And so we had a pleasant afternoon delivering mascara and matte foundation. Then, just as we pulled into hillless, crestless Hillcrest,
Oh, look! More protesters.
I thought we were going to have that same flag scene all over again.
Oh, look, they're just protesting. It's a smoke. have the right to smoke in public places. Hey, hey, right on, nicotine brothers and sisters, right on! Keep the weed. Keep the weed! Woo-hoo-hoo!
Chet, what are you doing out here? Don't you know nothing? Get your ass in here. That turd Saddam Hussein has invaded Kuwait. Oh, shit, Bush has shown that ass spot. Didn't you hear me? Didn't you hear what I said? Shit, get your ass in here and watch. We're gonna have us a war. Shit. Oh, that son of a shit. Who does he think he is? Look at them refugees. The shit are they? Why, shit, they're just a bunch of oil-rich, shit-eating Arab sheiks. Shit.
Hussein wants the oil.
Shit, he's got the 4th biggest army in the world. Shit, he's invincible.
We armed him to help us defeat Iran.
Ah, damn. Shit. Where did you get all them armaments?
I just told you. You want to bet that it's the Russians?
They started an investigation to find out who sold him all them arms.
Want to bet it's the Russians?
Ah, shit. Saddam's got Russian advisors right there in his court.
Oh, they don't nobody put nothing over on me.
Oh, shit. Bush is sending troops over there now.
Oh, well, let us all sing the ballad of the Green Berets.
Hot damn. Bush says he's drawn a line in the sand.
It's a John Wayne revival.
Shit. Congressman says they don't want to pay for no war.
Well, that's okay. We fought the last 2 on credit.
Look, them protesters is out again, protesting a war.
Yeah, well, we won't let the Japanese have an army, so they use their military budget to bribe our communist protesters.
Shit. Look at all them poor boys out in the desert.
They did get that desert gear together pretty quick, didn't they?
And look, Bud, you ought to approve of this. They got all them women soldiers out there, too.
Oh, well, it's all right to have a war if you let women play, too.
Ah, Bush is getting tough. He says them protesters is deserting them soldiers.
Hey, he sent them there.
He says he can't even bring them home because Congressman doesn't want to pay for it.
Now, here's where I lose touch. They're there. They have their weapons. What are they waiting for? If they're going to do it and end it.
Bush ain't going to let nobody trick him into starting no undeclared war.
Oh, now I understand it.
Shit. What's he going to do? He can't abandon all them poor soldier boys.
And girls.
And women.
Even though they've asked the women to stay outside of the Arabians because they don't approve of seeing women wearing pants.
Look, the polls say people don't want no war.
Oh, I want to believe that.
They say Congress ain't going to vote to let Bush have no war.
Oh, I really want to believe that.
Look. Them people are starting to wear them yellow ribbons to show they support the troops.
I don't want to believe that.
Look, the polls are starting to turn around. More people want war.
Oh, well, it's hard to support troops without supporting a war.
Bush says he's fed up. He's had it with that Democratic Congress.
Should I believe this?
Oh, shit. Bush went to the UN, and they're going to give him the money for the war.
Oh, and in an amazing end run, George Bush outflanks all rational opposition and gets the go-ahead for the big gang bang.
Ah, shit. He'll show him. We're going to show him now.
They're going to do it. They're actually going to do it. They're going to start flinging leftover weapons or experimental weapons that they need to test into that pathetic, primitive little country with its Jim Crackery conscripted army. They're going to blow up God knows how many quivering Iraqis. They're already enslaved that great, insane ape Hussein. Oh, they're going to bomb and missile and shell and shoot. They're going to shoot them all just to save their precious oil that we wouldn't need if we'd spent half the intelligence developing gasless cars that we've spent piling up the arms of Armageddon.
Huh?
Haven't we seen enough of this?
What did you say?
My God, Bill, haven't we seen enough of this? We're going to do it all again. Haven't we seen enough blood and lies?
Shit. What you talking about? We ain't even started shooting yet.
But we're going to. We're going to do it all over again.
No. You think this is going to be another shitty mess like Vietnam. But listen, Bush swears this ain't going to be another Vietnam. We're going to go in there, we're going to clean them out, we're going to finish it up, we're going to do the job right this time.
Dear God in heaven, he's got them. All these skulking ex-officers like Bill, hiding in their houses and defoliating their lawns, sleeping with their 22s beside their beds. He's got them. He's told them this will erase the shame of our not stopping Hitler, the horror of our losing in Vietnam. He's made them need this war the way the commercials on Nickelodeon make the kids need the bouncer ball or the Barbie and Transformer marriage channel. He can't offer anyone a future, so he's offering them a chance to improve their past. He's got them. It's going to happen.
Hoo-wee! There it goes. The first missile. The first blow for freedom. The first strike of the war. Holy sucking shit.
What's that one saying? She says the causes of the war has to be looked for in the psychology needs of George Bush.
Well, there's no rational justification for it.
Well, wouldn't you go in and help your neighbor if you saw the house was being attacked?
They're not our neighbors, and we aren't their attackers.
But if we don't stop them, they'll invade Saudi Arabia.
Saudi Arabia won't let women drive cars. Saudi Arabia has asked that our Jewish and Christian soldiers hide their crosses and their stars of David to avoid offending. Saudi Arabia throws homosexuals off of cliffs.
But they're our ally.
Why?
Well, I think that women can be every bit as good as soldiers as men.
What's this one saying now? She says she's losing her mortgage because her soldier pay won't cover her mortgage.
Oh my God. The rich send all these kids over to murder to just protect their oil profits and their munitions profits. You'd at least expect they could pay their rents.
Yeah, but if they started doing that, all of them soldiers would move into $1 million penthouses.
Why? Why do you automatically say that? Why do you automatically assume that everybody in the world is so corrupt, so out to get you? Why, if you think everybody in America is so untrustworthy, why did you agree to fight in 2 wars to protect them?
Yes. They are dishonest. They're all crooked.
Everybody's out to get you. You have to watch every minute or somebody will put something over on you.
And I didn't fight for them.
I wouldn't lift a finger
If it was one of them.
I fought for my family. I did it all for my family.
I don't care what he says. Well, I think women can be every bit as good as soldiers as men.
Dear boys, today he asked me to ride with him to the lawnmower repair shop.
Here, let me get that for you.
He broke a blade mowing his lawn out in the dark last night. All the way to town and back, he was super nice to me.
You comfortable over there? You want the air conditioner?
He told me all the gossipy little stories about every inch of real estate along the way.
They graft almond trees into all of them pecan tree trunks to get a better yield. They have to tear down that filling station. Paid $1 million to depollute the ground from leaking gas. Them Cambodians, they run all them roadside fruit stands now.
He was very careful.
Well, of course, a lot of them is good, hard-working people.
He told me a lot about a subject he's an expert on, navigating by the fixed stars.
And you take a fix on one of them stars, you can't never go wrong. You trust them, and they'll get you right in here. You drop your load on the enemy gasoline facility, turn right around, get your man back alive.
There is a human being in there, frightened and hurt.
Shit. We should have never been there in the first place. You're a young man, they wave a uniform at you. They tell you somebody's threatening your family. You'll go out and kill for them. For the rich people. That's who all makes money off the war. For them and their profits. They're out to get you. We should have never been over there at all.
And so we came back reconciled. He drove. He's an excellent driver when there's no other traffic for him to yell shit at. He drove around the Flatwater water tower with the pretty, peaceful pastel globe painted on it. At a certain angle, you can still see the shiny area where they had painted over the F word. There it was, still occasionally glistening in the sky to the whole quiet town. But I didn't say it, and I knew Bill wouldn't. We were getting along. I even made him laugh once. My God, Bill, don't you ever get tired of seeing these little yellow plastic ribbons everywhere? Oh, I'll bet you George Bush's son owns stock in a plastic ribbon factory. He likes any story that shows anyone is corrupt and dishonest. Given sufficient time, I could learn to amuse him. If it hadn't been for Jane Fonda.
You know what your little butter said. He said the reason they want us to tie all them yellow ribbons around everything is that George Bush's son probably bought controlling interest in the yellow ribbon. Oh, let's catch up on what's happening in the war. Oh, shit. They're bringing bodies out of that bunker. Shit. Bass says it's okay. It's enemy footage sent out by the Iraqis. It's okay. That's an Iraqi bunker. Them ain't none of our people. Shit.
Mine too.
Wouldn't you know it? Them protesters is saying that was a civilian bunker, and them is civilian bodies, and that our boys knew it. Shit. Bass says that ain't so. That was a well-known military intelligence control bunker. Shit. Bass has got another caller on. Listen. The caller says he knows for a fact that that's a military bunker, and that them bodies, oh shit, y'all listen to this, that them bodies is probably enemies of Hussein's that he killed and stuck in there to give the United Nations a bad name. See, bud? See what they do to protesters in Iraq?
Worse than anything. Worse than anything that the studio wants you to put into your script, Penn. Worse than anything you've ever seen in a nightmare. The bodies just kept coming out of that hideous hole in the ground. Red, blood-splashed flesh, like today's leftover pasta special, like puke burritos microwaved at the Park and Bar, like leftover wax blobs congealing on the floor of my shop where I made red, white, and blue candles.
Shit, listen. Listen to this. It's one of them crazy old ladies that calls in. Bash always lets them make fools of themselves.
I wish they wouldn't show us all of these pictures. I think there's too much violence on TV already. Oh my God!
Ain't that the shit? Ain't shit. People are really idiots.
Well, it's good to see you two get along.
Shit, she's even stupider than you, bud.
Who, sis?
Oh, no, they call her. Ain't she stupid?
Oh, very.
Ah, bud, you know I'm kidding you. You know we love you. You know we want you here.
I know. Thank you. You put up with a lot for me.
Oh, shit. We love you, buddy boy. Oh, shit. He's got another. Listen, hear her?
I wish there wasn't so much pro-Hussein propaganda on television. CNN, we all know, is full of communist propaganda. Like, we bombed our own civilian bunker. We all know that Ted Turner is sleeping with Jane Fonda. Oh my God! Oh my God! Hussein is a communist! Oh my God!
Ain't that rich? Ain't that too much?
Oh, that's funny. Oh,
You gotta laugh sometime.
you do. Sometimes you do.
Hell, she's probably sleeping with Hussein.
That old lady? Oh, they had a lover's spat.
Hell no. Hanoi Hannah.
You mean Jane Fonda?
Hell yes. That communist shit.
No, you can't mean that. She's a vigorous anti-fascist.
Don't tell me nothing about that whore. She's a whore.
Bill, Jane Fonda has been a consistent fighter for human rights and peace.
Ah, shit. Don't give me any of that. That whore went behind enemy lines in Vietnam and betrayed her own people to the enemy.
Bill, she risked her life, her career, being condemned as a traitor to show everybody what a horrible mess that war was. Vietnam was.
Hell. What does she know about it? Was she there? I was there. Yeah. Don't tell me nothing good about that communist bitch.
But she was there.
Well, shit. She shouldn't have been. Well, shit. If you can smoke up the whole house, I can say anything I want to in it. It's my house, too. That woman sided with the enemy in the time of war.
Who, sis?
No. God damn it, no. That Jane Fonda whore. She told everybody we was bombing civilian targets.
Which we were.
Ah, shit, I didn't never bomb no civilian targets. And all her saying so don't make it true.
Bill.
And even if I did, even if I hadn't, all of them so-called civilians was hiding Viet Cong soldiers. They was all Viet Cong. You couldn't trust none of them. They was hiding grenades under their shirts and going into GI bars and blowing them up.
Not all of them.
Yeah, if they was, how could you tell which ones was and which ones wasn't? There wasn't none of them innocent. There wasn't none of them you could trust. They never wanted us there, and they killed all of us they could to get us out. We shouldn't have never helped them. We never had no business there in the first place. I hated that fucking war. I hated it.
Bill, that's wonderful, don't you see? You feel just as Jane Fonda does. She went in, she saw the war was unjust, and she risked her own life to protest it.
And all of our soldiers was treated like shit when we came home. And spit on because of people like her.
Bill, you can't blame her. Everybody was crazy from that war. The whole country went crazy. Most of those kids were very young when they started protesting. And when they discovered we were carrying on an unjust war, they joined us. I marched dozens of times, hundreds of thousands of us. You can't blame her. You think about how we felt when the parents started sending police and dogs and guns and gas against us, and us completely unarmed.
Armed? What did you need to be armed for? When was there violence against...
Bill, everywhere! 3 Green Berets in Greenwich Village threw paving stones at me. I was carrying a poster that said, "Bring our boys back alive." And then threw paving bricks at my head. I had to have stitches.
How do you know them was Green Berets? Them could have been anybody in uniform.
Yes, they could have been. And those could have been CIA men in ponchos who spat at our soldiers. What does it matter? What does it matter now? You see it was wrong. What does it matter? Let's don't make the same mistake in Iraq. Don't make it here, not anywhere.
But you don't understand. You don't know what it did to us to hear all that shit. Don't lecture me about that Jane Fonda slut. If I had her here, I'd kill her.
Bill, don't blame her. She was fighting an unjust war. You see it now. Don't blame her. I marched. I spoke. I protested. I'd have gone to Vietnam if I could. You see it was wrong now. Don't blame her. You might as well kill yourself. You might as well kill me. Ah!
Works for me.
Your family. Your fucking family. But don't talk to me anymore about that shitty cunt. Let's just watch the war. It's just a war. That man's like Hitler. It ain't gonna be like Vietnam. We can win it. And we will. By bombing only military targets. And we will. It ain't gonna be like Jane Fonda, Vietnam. Everybody supports it. Everybody's behind it. And we can win it. Analysts predict that all offers of peace will be rejected. A ground war will commence. Iraq will be humbled. Shit. I guess Bush is going to show them people. Thought he was a winner. No, nobody never put nothing over on him.
I think I'll go outside.
Where, Sergeant? It's cold.
Then you could hear us all along.
I left him once. For 4 years. For a fortune teller. Oh, Lord, that man could make the tarot cards sing. Oh, God. Bill stayed with the kids. We were living in young officer's housing at the time. I guess he probably lost some promotions and advancements, you know, having to keep the kids dressed and fed. I don't know. You know how he is. He probably lost a lot of opportunities there. For a while. Well, no, word about the time I'd been gone, or the fact that I wanted to work and earn my own money now. And then when it became clear that I was going to win my first Cadillac, he got so angry. I'd never seen him like that before. So unhappy. I'd never seen him like that since I won my first Cadillac. Yeah, for a while he flirted with a young wife across the street named Nancy. But they never did anything. I mean, not that I would have cared. He couldn't do anything. I realized after a while that he couldn't do anything that would make me leave him. Or so he thought. I never knew a man like that. He'd put up with anything or anybody. Just not to be alone.
Dear boys, it's cold. The flag hangs still. The educational earth hangs between the fixed, unchanging stars. And I feel as though I'm living on the moon.
The lady and gentleman of the hour, Betty Bennett and Robert.
Hello. Be careful who you meet in college, folks.
Thank you all. Thank you
You
all.
all are magnificent. Thank you.
Oh, no.
Thank you.
I'm impressed.
If I can do it again tomorrow night.
Tell your friends.
Thank you for coming, everyone. Thank you for your support.
I know.
Or with him around your neck. Which makes it so fun.
International Day of Peace, everyone.
You all wear one there.
And just for the heart.
I'm so glad I was front row.
We need to hang on to this.
Oh, yeah. Oh, my God. Yeah.
You're a good man. You're an excellent
I've worked at it for a long time.
That's not personal. Politically, we're all
I have to give
Oh, God. No. Don't be
Thank you so much for all your help with him.